Sleek Hobbies 88 coming at you. Just doing a quick review on this truck. Had it for about a month and a half. Ran about 6, maybe 7 batteries in it. Just giving you the pros and cons on it, you know what I mean? Honestly, anybody that owns this vehicle, there's not really any bad, I can say. A little bit of stuff. Great 3S lineup. Of course, you guys know Arrma's 3S lineup's pretty dope. Great entry level and hobby grade level, to my opinion. Anything that's 50 mile an hour or more is A plus in my book and holds up to it. So with this truck though, first and foremost, the only issue I had with this was 2 issues. And I'll go through that here in a second. But first off, the body is awesome. Body holds up pretty good. It's not too heavy of a vehicle. So yeah, this is the body. It comes with this model. It's a new one too. Well, this truck, the Arrma Senton's been around for a few years now, so they've done some improvements. One thing I really noticed with the truck, and it was actually my fault, is that it has a tendency, if you turn the punch up, that might happen, but I haven't touched the punch. I left it at punch 3 where it's stock at, instead of 5. But when I did was when the truck was on its backside, I was still hitting the gas, and I ended up doing one of these numbers. When I got to the tires coming, I ripped this apart. What this does is this tends to come up onto the body, and it is like literally like a knife. It cuts into it, and after a while it'll tear it apart. So that it snagged the body, and it just did that. Didn't do no damage to the body. As you look, you can see there's nothing wrong with the body, no damage. The other thing I recommend, put stuff on the body, like where it sits on the mounts. You'll get less chattering, including the sides, where you won't hear the body make as much noise when it's hitting the mounts. It's got a nice clean sound to it. So yeah, that happened. The other thing is a little bit of a downer. Was when I first drove it, I noticed that the truck was it had a tendency of or definitely it was a tendency where all the debris, I've never had a vehicle, this is the only one that's taken every debris that comes off the tires, it keeps it in the truck. It literally holds the debris and keeps it for leftovers. So I had to get this cover. This is a must for the Mojave 6S and for this guy. It was don't get me wrong, like the SC10 Pro 4 that my wife has and these other models, I'm sure they pick up stuff, but this one really was like, wow, everything was magnified. What else then? Really, I can't say anything else, honestly, and I'm being honest, like I haven't had no breakages yet, and I've ran it hard. If you guys look at my previous videos, tumble, wumble, bang, slam, bounce, flip, I ran it through pile of water. Now, one thing it will do, which is awesome that it does a shutdown, just reset the system. So if you go through a big puddle of water at high speed, it'll go through, then it'll kick down, it'll surge. Just let it dry out or let it sit for a second, refire it up, and it'll run back full power. I wouldn't recommend doing it all the time. But it does have a safety on it. It does work. Let's see. Chassis held up pretty good. And don't mind the new setup I got going on, guys. I'm making a homemade garage setup for these RCs and stuff. Just something kind of cool. Gives me something to fart around with for the hobby. Looking forward to seeing how that comes out. You guys will get to see as time goes on. Underneath, solid. But I'm gonna tell you guys right out the bat, and a lot of guys have said this, I'm not the only one, these 3S lineups that Arrma makes are so fun and very durable, man. They really are. The only thing that I can say that I like about the bigger trucks is just the different type of power. You do get different power, different weight, different type of digs, stuff like that. But yeah, this thing has been really good. The platform's been good. The motor's fine for it. You could do upgrades if you want. I'm the type of person, everyone's different. You got the people that like to tinker, and you got the people that don't. I'm the in-between. I'll tinker, but if it needs to be improved, stuff like that, so maybe set of better tires down the road, which these tires work fine for this platform, or something like maybe a new steering servo if it needs to be replaced. But if that ESC and that motor's working great, I don't need to do that. I'm a big fan about, yeah, you can customize and make your thing your own, but when you do that, you could buy kits like that. You know what I mean? When you buy a platform, if it's an 8S platform and you want to improve the 8S, you can do that. But when doing so, just gets a little better electronics with a little more punch rating, but it's still 8S qualified, not 12S. You know, if you want a 12S, you can go out and get a Vecta. You know what I mean? Use 12S vehicle. But when you start taking these powertrains and you want to use stock powertrain and stock setups on these bigger vehicles or these little ones, and then dump this. Let's see, I've seen guys take this up to 4 or 6S. Okay, but then you're wondering things are breaking. Well, because these were not designed for that platform. And with the power this thing's giving at a 3S capable, I mean, it's insane for the weight. I just don't see why people put any more power in a vehicle of this design that doesn't have that kind of weight. You compare this next to an Arrma Mojave 4S. That's why that's a 4S. That vehicle's heavier. It's got more weight. It's got a little more size. Actually, quite a bit more size. It's got bigger tires. It's got that. That's why. That's a different platform. Those are, when you're getting into cars that are 15 plus pounds or more, you can play with that a little bit more, but you still have to be observing and understanding to the weight to power ratio. Okay, you're not going to take a car, a regular day driving Honda, and just throw a V8 in it and not expect something to rip apart in a drivetrain. So it's not saying you can't customize it. 100% I like seeing that kind of stuff. But I like seeing when the guys do it right. When they go all the way out and they're gonna do it, you're either gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. It's like being half-assed. If I'm gonna make this car a 6S, that means I wanna put metal here. I wanna do maybe a center drive shaft and move the bracings. I mean, it's gotta be done all the way around, and this car's gotta be redesigned, customized from the ground up. That's what makes it your own. But when you're just throwing a bigger system here and a bigger system here, slapping it back together and saying, woohoo, let's try it, knowing damn well this thing's gonna fly in midair and float, it's not worth it. So hands down, I think this is a great platform for beginners to a certain age, durability wise, but also I rate this out of a 5. I rate this a 4. I really do. I think they, performance 5, durability a 4 out of 5 and 5 out of 5 for performance. This is great amount of power for the setup. Like I said, I just don't see a need to be any more. Now, if in my videos I only have this at a punch 3, I could not imagine a 5. I mean, this thing is going to be all over the place. But yeah, this is my review on this. This is my opinion. I hope you guys enjoy it. There will be more content coming your guys' way. I got some other vehicles coming, as well as the ones I already have, and just putting more videos. Just haven't been having the time to do it. And yeah, slowly getting the garage together, as you can see. Homemade setup, huh? Get all the labels put on. I'm gonna figure out put in the comments, guys, what kind of decals I could put on the sides here, or what I could come up with to make this garage better too. Let me know in the comments. And then let me know what you think if you have this vehicle. What have you done? What do you not like about it? Is there anything that I didn't mention? Appreciate your guys' opinion. You guys have a blessed one to all my RC fans out there and people just getting into the hobby. This is fun, man. This is where it's at. To see my wife evolve around this and just enjoy it as well. It's just so fun. It really is. It's the normal kind of fun that we should be having as a group. And I'd like to see more people involved, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care and God bless. Sleek Hobbies 88.